Welcome to Subramani. If you are wondering why I am not talking much about equities, it's because of two things. One is I'm not very excited about the market, so I'm not really investing. I'm more trading rather than investing. So I would, if I find some share has gone up too fast, too high, I would rather sell it and then wait for the market to come down and buy it back. So this thing is happening. So I just give away delivery and take delivery. So I'm a delivery based trader in one portion of my life, and that I keep doing. And that's not something which is easy to share because Monday morning, Friday evening I may have told you that the share is worth buying, but Monday morning I may be going short on it, and then Tuesday evening I may be covering it. So that's trading is happening, and trading is happening reasonably actively, but investing is not really happening. I don't find any share in this market worth buying and holding forever. Our corporate ethics and governance is not too great. If you remember, Vedanta board asked us to give the shares in a buyback at 87 rupees. Yesterday I sold the share at 396. This is a share which I am supposed to have given at a buyback of 87 rupees. Now, having given it for sold it for 396, tomorrow if I get it for 376, I may buy it back. I'll have some kind of a margin by which I will buy it back, saying okay, metals are still recovering. Metals are doing very well and I have no clue why. So I bought oil, I bought gas, I bought metals, and those have all done well recently. And I don't understand how commodities can do well when there is some war going on. I don't understand war portfolios, so I would just stick to whatever I have. Many of the shares which I like are either fully priced or overpriced. There is no way how I'm buying fresh. I may not sell my existing holdings. So that's a pretty confusing time to be in, but I'm sitting on cash. So I know that if the war gets worse and the market falls, which is not necessary. I've done my previous videos saying that the market will take about 40 days to recover if the war is over. So that's not a time period in which I want to act. But it's a great time to be buying on other people's sentiment. You know, when people say, oh, there is a war, the market is going to crash. Nothing like this happens. I'm not saying the market can't crash. Market can crash for various reasons. But the war may not be the reason, but people will use it as a trigger and say, oh, there is war, so let me just sell out. Actually, one of the toughest things to do during volatile times is to sit tight and do nothing. Right. So right now, a lot of my portfolio is doing nothing. And I have my brokerage houses calling and saying, if you buy a ULIP, we will reduce your brokerage charges. Well, at least HDFC Securities calls me regularly and says, if you buy a ULIP from us, we will reduce your brokerage by 0.008% or some shit like that. I don't know. So, well, no trading, no investing is a good strategy to do, but trading I will continue to do, and some small time trading happens now and then. So, but really nothing to talk home about. So more like sitting quiet, doing nothing, watching the markets, reading about mutual funds, talking about funds, doing some training. That's what is happening. Nothing active in the market. So I actually don't know what to do. And when you don't know what to do, you do nothing. You don't say, let me do something because I don't know what to do. That's the worst thing to do. It's a time to be nicely cleaning up your portfolio. Every portfolio collects some junk and you say, oh God, let me get rid of this. So some portfolio cleaning, some, that kind of thing is happening, but nothing really much to talk home about. Don't know what to do, don't know what to buy, don't know what to sell. Yeah, financial services has done quite badly over the last 1 year, or rather not participated much in the bull run. But having said that, I really don't know what to buy. Do I wait for State Bank of India to reach 400, or do I wait for ICICI Bank to reach 600? I really don't know, because I don't find their portfolios good even now, in spite of a lot of cleaning up done by both these banks. HDFC Bank is also not done well. HDFC Limited has not done well in the last 1 year, which is actually a very good contrarian signal to be buying sectors which are not doing well. So you may as well buy a pharma or a bank BFSI, which have not done well in the immediate past. But having said that, I'm a little afraid to buy things like Asian Paints or cement, any paints, because of the rising fuel prices. And there are people, I remember, I think, I don't want to name her, but she had said the oil will reach $12. I think in 2020 she predicted, and oil is more likely to be $120. So you don't know which expert to believe, what to do. So again, there is confusion about which industry to buy. But yes, I'm still bullish on metals, in the sense that I may not buy fresh, but I'm not sold my Hindalco, JSW, Tata Steel. I left with very little Tata Steel because I've been selling it at every rise. Vedanta, I have been selling at every rise. So yeah, so I really don't know. But there seem to be opportunities in some areas, if some of the so-called new IPOs, which were loss-making companies, if they fall further, at 50 rupees or 55 rupees, Zomato may not be too bad, but I'm still waiting. I'm not a buyer at 80, though I did buy at 90. I'm not a buyer at 80. Maybe I'll buy at 70, or maybe I'll buy at 55. But you never know the bottom. So yeah, some bottom fishing I'm doing, some I'm buying, but some I'm selling. So if I buy, let's say if I buy Zomato at 76, I may sell it off at 85, saying, okay, if it comes down further to 76, I'll buy it. So I'm doing trading, largely delivery-based trading, but with very confused signals. And luckily for me, there's not too much money that I have to invest. I have to only invest whatever dividends I'm getting, and that's not much. So I'm not putting too much of fresh money into it. Fresh money is just accumulating in the bank. Some old SIPs are going on. But other than that, really nothing much to say about what to do in the market now. So I'm sitting here making videos, and I'm also seeing other people's videos, and I'm realizing one thing. I'm disappointed, because when I do videos like how to deal with a bereaved person and to make your will and things like that, I'm not getting enough viewership. But I'm sure if I do a video saying what to buy during the Russia-Ukraine war, it will get the maximum number of hits. Guys, please understand that the things which go to my playlist or go to my videos, those videos which have got very few hits are the ones which you must watch. Those which have got 600 hits or 800 hits are the ones which you must watch. The videos which have got 50,000 hits are the ones which everybody watches. So it is a little disappointing, but it is also easy to see what sells in the market. I know what title would really people buy, right? So, but I'm not too keen to do that. I can always say 4 shares to buy during the Russia-Ukraine war. I don't know the answer, right? So will I do a video like that? No, I will not do a video like that. But if I did a video like that, I'm sure I'll get 50,000 views on that, right? So I don't want to do that. I want to talk more about behavioral finance, because the money that you make in the market is more dependent on you and less on the market. So if you see my videos on behavioral finance and saying, okay, sit tight, do nothing, that is a far more important video than saying go and buy Hindalco today, or go and sell a Vedanta today, or saying this is what I did. I mean, and I could be wrong. In fact, I keep saying, if you see the number of mistakes that I have made, you will be very reluctant to follow my portfolio advice. It's been a very scary ride for the last 40 years. There have been very bad times, there have been good times. Luckily, the good times have been better, and I put more money where I had conviction, and so therefore I made more money, because I put more money in the ones which I had conviction, and I have booked my losses very early. So people ask me, why do you talk about your long-term investing? What about your long-term losses? I have zero long-term losses, because I take my losses very quickly. Right? If I bought a share and I think the share price is not doing anywhere, I have 2 types of stop losses. One is a time stop loss and one is a price stop loss. So let's say I bought one share at 100 rupees and I think it will go to 125 in about a year's time. And I find after 3 months, 4 months that the share price is around 97 or 96 or maybe even down to 90. And I don't see any great prospects further, then I'll talk to a couple of people and just dump it. So I don't have long-term losses at all. I just don't make long-term losses simply because I just don't hold it long enough when it is making losses. Unless I'm convinced that at 90 it is worth buying, then I might buy more. I'm not even saying 100 to 90 is a 10% fall. No, I'm not talking about that. I have to be convinced. For example, Indigo, I have bought it on the way up, I have sold it at the tops, I have bought it on the way down, I've again averaged. I've done all kinds of things. I still continue to hold Indigo, and I think when people come back with a vengeance, people will buy it. I hold Mahindra Holiday Resorts, I hold Thomas Cook, I hold Indian Hotels, right? So all these shares to me have been in the money for a long time. And I do think when people come back with a vengeance, people will use these facilities and these companies will do well, right? So again, very confused about what to buy, what not to buy. Do you celebrate end of corona or you worry about the war? Don't know. Sit tight, do nothing.